Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. We are back again, and today we shall be discussing and sharing ideas together on the topic fractions. On the topic fractions. And remember, we are still on the subject mathematics. However, we have so far gotten, you know, on this journey of mathematics, we've got into the topic fractions. And I hope you're doing great. I hope you're doing great. So let's dive straight in. The concept of fractions was propounded. It was propounded, or the one who, the brain behind fractions was propounded or came about by a man named Stephen. Simon Stephen. In the year 1586. In the year 1586. Now, what is a fraction? We can define fraction as a part of a whole. A part of a whole. So fraction is defined as a part of a whole. Now, what do we mean by that? What do we mean by that? It simply means that if we take something like this, like maybe an orange, maybe an orange or something, and I slice this orange in this direction, maybe this way, and I want to find out what portion is this region, we can see that this particular region is a part of the whole orange, the whole orange. And as a result, that is what it implies fraction. It implies a fraction. It's a fraction. So a fraction can be defined as a part of a whole, and usually it is represented by, or is in the form represented by, or in the form a over b, where b cannot be equal to zero. if b is zero, right? If just imagine if if b is zero. Sorry, let me take it again. Just imagine that if we have b being equal to zero, if b is zero, it will mean that we have a over zero, which means undefined, right? It's undefined. So we cannot have that to be equal to zero, right? So a fraction is a part of a whole, and it is represented in the form a over b. Is represented in a form a over b. Now remember that if you have the a over b, or a divided by b, the top part, this one, is known as the numerator. Is known as the numerator, and then the one below the numerator, or b, is known as the denominator. The denominator. The denominator. So now we know what a fraction is. A part of a whole. It is represented in the form a over b, and the a part is known as the numerator, and the b part is known as denominator. Okay, as we keep moving, we are going to be talking about the different types of fractions, the different types of fractions, the different types of fractions. So let's get right into it. Let's get right into that. Different types of fractions. Now, when it comes to different types of fractions, the first one we have is known as the proper fraction. The first one is known as the proper fraction. The second one is known as improper fraction. So let's take a look at the types. We're looking at the types of fractions. Okay, and we are saying that there are three of them. All right, we are saying that there are three types of fractions. The first one is known as a proper fraction. And we are saying that that is of the form a over b, okay? But what it means is that the a is less than the b. The a is less than the b. So we can look at example, maybe 3 over 4 or 1 over 2. Why? Because if you look at this 3 here, 3 is less than 4. 1 here is less than 4. You can see that. That makes it a proper fraction. So anytime you have a fraction where the numerator, right, the numerator, we can say that the numerator is less than the denominator, then you have a proper fraction. Now, the next type of fraction is known as the improper. It is improper. It's not in balance, improper fraction. And also here we have a over b, so the form a over b. But this time the denominator is what? Is greater than the numerator. So what it means is that you have a, sorry, I said the numerator. I think I need to correct that. I apologize. What it means is that you have the denominator, well, let me put it this way. Let's put it in this context. Sorry about that. We'll say that the numerator is rather greater than the denominator. So what it means is A is greater than B. A is greater than B. A is greater than B. And we are saying that an example of that is you have maybe 4 over 3 or 5 over 2. And we can see clearly here that 4 is greater than 3. And we also see that 5 is greater than 2. That makes it an improper fraction. Now the last type of fraction is known as the mixed fraction. The mixed fraction. And we also said this time around it has a whole number. There's a whole number. It's usually of the form, it's of the form, let's say A, B, or C. The A there, this one, is known as it's a whole number. It's like a whole number. And then you have this one here, either being a proper or an improper, okay, fraction. Okay, so let's take an example of that. An example could be 5 whole number 1 over 2. 5 whole number 1 over 2, where the 5 is the whole number and this is the other fraction that comes together with it. All right, I think we should end here. I will come to you another time and we will continue. I hope you're having fun. It looks like it's getting fun so far. We'll come again and we'll discuss more. Take care. Bye.